Welcome back to another video, and in this one we are going to be discussing why it's okay if you are looking to book your next family vacation but you're feeling a little bit uneasy because of the negative impact that the economy is having with inflation making the prices of everything go up, including the cost of vacation. In this video, I'm going to speak about how choosing affordable accommodation options is a great way to reduce the overall cost of your trip and maybe allowing you to take that next vacation even though you may be working with a limited budget. I'm going to cover three popular vacation category types, one being the cruise vacation, two being the all-inclusive beach vacation, and three being the theme park destination vacation experience. Let's get right into it with the cruise vacation. And for this one, if you choose a cheaper room, it's not that bad. The vast majority of people, when they go on a cruise, spend the majority of their time enjoying the onboard entertainment, dining, going to the pool, and also visiting and departing the ship whenever the ship stops somewhere like in the Caribbean or the Bahamas. They'll stop in different beautiful ports of call, and you are probably only going to use the room to shower and sleep. So the room itself is not going to be that big of a priority for the majority of people, but everybody's a little bit different, so it's important that you know what you're losing out on if you choose a budget room. So if you choose a cheap room in a cruise ship, what's going to happen is you're going to have to settle for a smaller sized room. So you have to think about that. But again, you're not spending that much time there. Also, there may be less luxuries and amenities within that room, and also the cheaper rooms may be located in less desirable areas on the ship, so you may be a little bit farther away from the pool, from the dining areas, and you may have to travel a little further to get to those areas. But if none of that matters to you that much, then the cheaper room option for the cruise ship may be just a ticket for you to still take that cruise vacation but save a lot of money while doing it at the same time. And don't forget that cruise ships have numerous room types at different budget levels, so you don't have to pick necessarily the cheapest one. You can maybe make a compromise and pick a larger room that's farther away, or vice versa, a room that is smaller but is more centrally located. It just depends on what is important to you, but you're going to have a lot of options on a cruise. Now let's dive into the next vacation type, and that is the all-inclusive beach resort. Now this one is going to be a little different than the cruise because choosing an affordable room option at a beach resort is going to be different because the beach resorts are larger, significantly bigger areas. They are actually like a little village. So you might need to consider the fact that you are going to have to travel significantly longer distances to get to points of interest within the resort, like the pool, like the dining areas, and even the beach. So just keep that in mind if mobility and traveling a long distance is going to be a specific issue for you or anybody in your family or party that's going on vacation with you. In addition, another thing to consider is that when you choose a cheaper room option at a beach resort, you're also going to be sacrificing the view that you're going to get. You may not get the view of the beach. You're probably going to get a view of maybe a partial view of a pool or a garden area or something like that, or maybe worse. So keep that in mind. Now, a lot of times you can't really know in advance until you get there the specific view that you're going to get when choosing one of these cheaper rooms. But if that's not important to you because you think you might be spending the majority of your time outside of the room, which you most likely are, then choosing that cheaper room is still going to be a great option for you. And last but not least, let's talk about the theme park vacation resort experience. And this one, I'm going to speak to my experiences in Disney World in Florida because that's the one that I have the most experience with, and I'm familiar with that one. But you can apply some of these concepts to other comparable theme park resorts like Universal and others. So with Disney World in Florida, you can book what they call a value resort. That's the way Disney designates their affordable budget room options. And it's really not that bad. Yeah, the rooms are usually going to be smaller than some other more expensive room types, but not always. Sometimes you can get value designated resorts that have family suite spaces, and these are going to be more expansive rooms and with a higher price, but still cheaper than a comparably equipped large room that will be in a more expensive budget category. So the value resorts in Disney is what you want to focus on the Disney website. And it's not that bad also because you still get the perks of being a Disney guest staying at a resort, which is one of the perks, which I think is pretty important, is enhanced access to the parks. You're going to have access to go to the parks during designated times where there's less crowds earlier in the morning or later in the evening, before and after the park opens to the general public. So that's going to give you a better overall experience than the average person that may not be staying on property and doesn't have that privilege that Disney provides to people that stay on property and pay for one of their resort types. And it doesn't matter, again, if it's the most expensive ones, which is they call the deluxe, or one of the middle options, which is a moderate, or the one I'm talking about, which is the value resort. You're still going to get the enhanced park access. Also, you're going to get the other perk, which is access to the Disney transportation system, which is very clean no matter which you choose, whether it's the boats, the buses, or even the Skyliner that they have. It's like a gondola. And of course, you're going to be able to ride the famous Disney monorail system. So this is great. Keep that in mind. If you choose the budget rooms in Disney, you are still going to be able to have a great time. A lot of these rooms are very well themed, especially if you choose Art of Animation. The theming there is great. Go online and you're going to be able to see good quality pictures and a description of what's included in the room types. And by the way, another benefit of considering a value accommodation option like Art of Animation in Disney World is that you can choose a larger room size if you need one. It will be more expensive, but comparatively speaking, it's still going to be way less expensive than a larger room in a more expensive room type. So it's nice that Disney offers budget prices for families that require a larger room. So keep that in mind. You're not really giving up that much when you get the budget value rooms in Disney. You get all the perks of the people that are booking the more expensive rooms, and the Disney transportation is very clean, fully air conditioned, so you're not going to have an issue with that. The buses are clean, the boats are fun, the monorail is famous and fun, and the Skyliner is an awesome new way to travel around certain resorts. I encourage you to visit the Disney website and check out all the different options that they have. Build a pretend vacation scenario, mix and match different room types, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised to see how much you can actually save by choosing one of the cheaper room categories like a value resort. And again, in Disney, you're still getting that Disney magical experience, but you're going to be able to save a significant amount of money when you book a value resort. As far as prices goes, it depends heavily on the time of year, how much in demand the rooms are, how far in advance you book. So it's difficult to give you prices, but as an example, just general idea, this could be way off depending on when you book. You can expect value resorts to be anywhere from 200, 180, something like that, and they can go up as high as in the 300s, maybe even 400 for the large family suites. This is in the value category, and this is still way cheaper than the $500 and up to maybe even $1,000 and up for some of the more expensive accommodation options that Disney has to offer, which are all great and awesome, and if you can afford them, they are great. I've stayed in the Yacht and Beach Club, I've stayed in the Grand Floridian. Those are the minimum $500-600 a night, more close to $1,000 if it's a desirable time frame of the year. But again, you can still have a lot of fun and have 99% of the Disney magical experience when you book the value resorts. So hopefully this video serves as a friendly reminder that even if you have to sacrifice a little bit on the accommodation and choose one of the cheaper room options at various vacation resorts like the cruise, like the beach, and like the theme park destination resort like a Disney World, it's not the end of the world. In fact, you can still enjoy 90+% of the vacation experience, but at a significantly reduced cost, and may allow you to take that vacation that you may otherwise have been looking to postpone or reschedule. So with that said, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.